Right, I'll be completely honest, this was not the video that I expected to film today, but yesterday, you might have noticed, I had a bit of a nightmare. You see, I uploaded a video about a situation where a small business has made a video calling out a customer for disputing a transaction to get their money back on a product that they paid for after they'd received the tracking information, meaning they would now get a free bag. But after I uploaded the video the first time, I realized I uploaded the wrong file. Then the second time I uploaded the video, I realized I made an editing mistake. And then the third time I uploaded the video, there was a brand new update that was kind of like very important to the story. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I've uploaded this so many times and there's now a brand new update. It's barely even been up for that long. Let's actually just make a new video where we address everything together. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through the beginning part of the story that you may have heard. There are some different parts throughout, but then there's also a big difference at the end because it looks like this is now in the hands of the law, potentially. It looks like there's been some legal action taken, so we will get to that towards the end of the video. But either way, let's explain the context of the situation. So this is all coming from a TikTok account called TheWindWitch, a TikTok with 55,000 followers. She has a small business called WindWitch where they sell a variety of products. It's mainly like bags that have been like inspired from when she used to work on sailboats. She would make her own bags that would have to be functional and durable. And then she's also made them look like aesthetically pleasing as well, right? Actually, here's the bags on the website. As you can see, they're all sold out after the situation went so big. A lot of people supporting Randy and her business. And it's this video in particular where the situation actually started, right? So the WindWitch goes on to explain that she is addressing someone by the name of Daisy. Now, here's the issue, is that she then goes on to say the city that she's from, and then also says that she went to a university in a different country, mentions the country. I'm obviously not going to show that in the video. I also didn't show that in the original video that I uploaded because I don't want that out there, especially on one of my videos, right? But that's kind of like the context of the situation. I think that's a big part of why this is now being taken like legally. Now, Randy then goes on to explain that she believes that someone as highly educated as Daisy in this situation should be able to read the disclaimer that's on her website on every page.
Theoretically, I would think a highly educated woman like yourself would be able to read a disclaimer on a website and comprehend it. And I know you didn't miss it because it's on every single page of my website, and you searched my website for my contact information.
The disclaimer on a website that is on every page, to be fair, says all items are handmade to order, so please allow 3 to 6 weeks for delivery. So straight away, you can kind of assume that this situation is about someone who didn't read the disclaimer, meaning the 3 to 6 weeks, and has cancelled the order in that time frame. Randy then goes on to say that she saw this person's house on Google Maps, says it's a very beautiful house, and then goes on to explain how she doesn't live in a house, she lives in a garage and works on a small business.
That's a beautiful house. I don't live in a house. I live in a garage where I run my small business of handcrafted bags. I don't have hot water, a shower, or a kitchen. I grew up in poverty, and I taught myself how to sew my own clothes.
Now, in my original video, I did see a couple of comments from people saying that they felt like Randy was almost like threatening Daisy by saying this, and I completely understand how that would never be a nice feeling for someone to say like, oh, I found your house on Google Maps and I've seen what it looks like. But what I will say is, I don't think she was doing it to try and like threaten anybody. I think she was using it as a comparison to her situation with her not living in a house, living in a garage, not having running water as she goes on to say, stuff like that. And I think that was a big part of the reason why she was so annoyed about the situation, because there's someone who she believes has like a good amount of money, and then she is someone who is living in a garage, running her small business, and this customer has kind of like scammed her. I don't know if that's a word, like some people are saying committed fraud. Basically, she's going to receive a bag for free because after receiving the tracking information, she disputed the transaction, got her money back, and then also got the bag.
Taught myself how to sew my own clothes. I don't have a college education, and this small business of handmade goods is run off the skin of my teeth. So I really get affected after you dispute to get your money back after getting your tracking information. I didn't just lose out on my time, money for materials, and money for shipping. I get charged a fee on top of it, and a whole bunch of my other customers' orders were late because that $100 was taken out of my bank account.
And now at this point in the video, Randy goes on to explain further that she now has to pay like expedited shipping fees to actually get these products sent out to her customers before Christmas, and then goes on to explain like how much has affected her.
And now I have to pay expedited shipping fees to get those packages out to my other customers in time for Christmas, thus making me not be able to eat on Christmas. I live less than paycheck to paycheck, and that money would have went to my groceries for the next 2 weeks.
Now, after Randy posted that video, it blew up, right? It's on like about 2.5 million views, I believe, as I'm recording this video right now. Randy then uploaded a new video, basically like thanking everybody, saying she appreciated their kindness. She goes on to explain how her dog had like multiple seizures in a day, which had never happened before. But because people are being so kind with their orders, she can actually now afford to get like an MRI for the dog.
I woke up this morning to make an update, and my dog had her third seizure in 24 hours, which has never happened before. And because of the kindness from TikTok and the support you showed me, I was able to take my dog to the vet and tell them to give her the works. Money isn't doesn't matter. And she's getting an MRI for Christmas. I don't know how. I don't even know how I could possibly thank you for this. That dog is my everything. She saved my life. Like, honestly.
Now, in this video, Randy then goes on to explain that some people have reacted to this badly in the sense that they're trying to find out who this Daisy is, and she tells people to stop that.
Please do not dox her. I certainly wasn't expecting that either. I don't really know how the internet works. I certainly don't know how LinkedIn works, because they don't let you start an account unless you have a college education, I believe, because I tried to start one a while back and I was bummed, so I didn't do it. Please don't dox her. That is not in the Christmas spirit.
And then Randy goes on to apologize to Daisy, but stands by what she said in terms of like, this isn't a way that you treat a small business.
And Daisy, I am sorry if this is causing you trouble. But I do stand by what I say, because I don't think people who get privilege, who get college educations, realize the people beneath you, what they're going through, what poverty could possibly feel like, to be terrified to be homeless again or be hungry. Because it's been my whole life. Your nervous system is shot from that.
And then Randy ends the video by saying I should be paying forward the kindness that people have showed her.
I most certainly will be paying forward the kindness that has been shown to me. I have never experienced anything like this, and I wish this for everyone.
And like I said in my previous video, the response to these videos was incredibly positive, right? We've got comments like this saying, best news I've heard in a long time, I'm happy for you. Can you add a tip option to your site? I would love to support you, but I'm on a no buy. Your circumstances may be different to Daisy's, but you're not beneath her. Character is built from adversity. Here's to an amazing 2025. Wishing you all the best. But now this is where the situation changes, because this video that we're about to watch was uploaded literally just after I uploaded the, third version of the video. So this is like the brand new update, right? And this is where she goes on to say that she's just received a cease and desist and ask people to stop trying to look for who she is.
I was given a cease and desist letter. TikTok, I need you to stop harassing her and looking her up, because you're now going to end up getting me sued.
Yeah, I think if there's one clear thing that TheWindWitch did wrong in this situation was that she was probably way too specific with who this person was, with her name, city, and where she went for education, because even though it might not seem that specific, it might seem a bit broad, people on the internet, they can find it. Now, interestingly, I've actually just looked on Randy's account, and that original video seems to have been deleted, from what I can tell. It's no longer there. In fact, there was 2 videos that have been deleted. The first video we can even see about the situation is the video basically thanking people. So yeah, maybe that is where the legal side of things will change. Obviously, if it's a cease and desist, it might have just been a case of her saying you need to delete the video, otherwise I'm going to take this further legally. And now she has deleted the video, or 2 videos in particular. So that might be where it ends, but who knows?
Suing a woman in poverty as an educated woman with money is not going to make your character look better. It wasn't defamation of character. You were awful to my small business. You acted impatient and entitled, and you ignored the policy on my page, and then you didn't acknowledge it.
Okay, so it's interesting. She just mentioned defamation there. We don't know what the cease and desist says, but if they are mentioning defamation, that there are claims of defamation, that would obviously mean that they would have to prove that Randy is lying, and she's lying maliciously, knowingly. So yeah, I wonder, because if this situation has went like how Randy's explained, where she is saying that someone's made an order, they've then received the tracking information, and then they've cancelled the order, I don't see how defamation would come into it, but again, we don't know. But either way, Randy then goes on to say that because of what Daisy did, she then just stuck up for herself in a video. She doesn't have the money to be able to take legal action or anything like that, so she stuck up for herself in the TikTok video.
I stuck up for myself because I can't afford lawyers to sue people like you. So I vented about it on the internet, and they agreed with me. I didn't ask them to find you, and I didn't want them to find you.
And then goes on to mention how she uploaded another video on top of that to tell people to stop trying to find out who Daisy was. And then goes on to say that she actually asked Daisy to cancel the dispute, but Daisy refused, and that's why we're here.
And I asked them to stop. I asked you to take your dispute back and you refused to. I get charged a fee for those disputes. I'm not going to apologize for how you treated me. We wouldn't be here if you didn't refuse to remove your dispute.
And then goes on to end the video by saying that Daisy is suing because she got embarrassed by the situation.
And now because you got embarrassed, you want to sue me and crush me financially. That'll really prove to everybody that you're a good person.
And that is the video, right? In the caption of the video, it does say, please tag a lawyer if you know one. Now, reading the comments on this video, it does seem like people are still supporting Randy throughout this situation. There's comments with stuff like, was the letter ran through the court though, or just sent from the lawyer? If it's just from the lawyer, it's just words on a page only. Yeah, I mean, a cease and desist is basically like a warning that I will take this further if you don't delete the video in this case in particular, right? The video's been deleted. That's why I'm thinking maybe it won't go further than this, but who knows? We got even more comments saying, I hope you win this. Some people just ain't have the consideration and compassion to others unless it benefits themselves. Hope you still have great holidays and get through this ASAP. More comments saying you absolutely should not apologize. So yeah, like I said, I don't know whether it's going to go further. I would assume that it probably won't go further because the video has actually now been deleted. I believe actually whilst I was recording this video, I think it was still up earlier today, unless I just hadn't refreshed the page. But either way, that is the update. I wanted to just include everything in one video because, like I said, the video wasn't up long yesterday at all, and then it was a brand new update, so I felt like it would make sense if everything was here. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video. It would be interesting to hear what like Daisy's side of things are, right? Because at the end of the day, it kind of really does depend. If you're going to be suing someone for defamation, which is what is claimed in this video, it really does depend on if someone is lying, right? So if the story did go like how Randy's explaining, where someone's filed a dispute after receiving the tracking information, then I don't see where the defamation would come into it. Now, the naming of the city and the university, I'm actually not sure how that would be handled legally, because I guess technically it's public record, right? You still shouldn't say it in videos, obviously, but I wonder how that would work legally, right? Because I feel like that would be the route that maybe she would go down, but again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video, specifically with kind of like the new update. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, goodbye.